by crossing your hands, crossing your legs, having a beautiful smile on your face. Gently closing your eyes. Just become aware of your breath. Normal breath that is going through your nose, that is coming out. Remember, friends, this time is just for you. Just for you to relax completely, physically, mentally, emotionally. Any thought you get, cut the thought and bring back your awareness to your breath. Last 1 minute, friends. Last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now slowly place your both hands over your eyes for a few seconds. And whenever you're ready, you may remove your hands. You may open your eyes. Welcome back, friends. I hope you all had a peaceful journey towards yourself. So today we are in day 10th of Enlightenment on No Death. And today's topic is very, very important like other days. So I just want you to just close your eyes once again and take this topic in. This is again by this from this book, The Laws of the Spirit World, which is written by Khorshed Bhavnagri. The topic is suicide. God gave you life to live, not to terminate. It is absolutely against God's law to terminate life. Firstly, you choose to live your life and go through your test, karma, training, and punishments. You are the master of your mind and body, not its slave. But when the mind is weak and you cannot control it, your judgment goes wrong. You make the wrong choices and harm not only your physical body, but your soul as well, which is your spirit, your true body. Besides that, you harm everybody you leave behind, those who love you, who go through a lot of pain and suffering because of your selfish deed. Suicide is very painful for the loved ones who are left behind to suffer. People say you have to be very strong to commit suicide. What kind of strength is that? That is not strength, that is covered eyes. Suicide is a tragic happening, as a soul is not even aware of the harm it's doing not only to itself but also to others. It's a very selfish thing to do. When one terminates one's own life, the act is selfish and lacks responsibility. You fall down wa- and selfish act and you have to come back. Physical body is like a temple. It has to be kept clean and pure. To keep it pure, your mind has to be pure. A part of God resides in that temple, your body. He doesn't have to be physically present in your temples on earth. Hence, if you hurt yourself, that's wrong because part of God resides in you. How can anybody call suicide an act of bravery? You don't have any idea how much pain and suffering one has to go through after your physical life. The torture of coming back again and again in a new life, having to go through the same tests and problems. People lose control over the minds, and sometimes, in a fit of anger or rage, they do something wrong and they harm themselves. It's a very big sin. Your life is a gift. You all have taken rebirth to go through training, suffering, and to absolve your karmic debt in this life. when you avoid repaying your karmic debt or going through the phases of suffering and training which you yourself has chosen, you are not fulfilling your mission for which you were born, and you lead an incomplete life on earth. God has also given you, besides a gift of life, a spiritual guide and a beautiful subconscious mind. If your subconscious mind is developed, it will prevent you from committing suicide. There have been instances when earth people have tried to commit suicide and some miracle or the other had saved them. This happens when your subconscious mind is seeking help even after you have committed the act of suicide, and when your subconscious thoughts of help are so powerful that you are saved. He's also given you a physical mind that can absorb knowledge. The physical mind knows right from wrong. Even after being given so much help and protection, people go and do the wrong things because of fear of rejection, fear of losing, fear of facing the consequences, fear of accepting the truth. But fear is something you can overcome with knowledge. When a spider spins his web, he does not give up when he falls down, but rises up and keeps going until he completes his mission. Similarly, with life, you cannot give up and take your own life. It is wrong. You must not give up, must not lose hope, and must not kill yourself. A lot of people jump off buildings, hotel rooms because they are scared to face their parents when they fail in their exams. For small things like this, it is really very sad that people give up something so beautiful and invaluable as life. You may not succeed always. You will fail sometimes. You may fail many times, maybe most of the times. I'm not saying you need to go and fail, but in life, sometimes you may not succeed in certain areas. That is not really a failing. It's just an experience, and it is something that you must learn from and move ahead in life, not give up. Learning from failure is success. Giving up because you failed is failure. You have to know, experience, and understand the concept of polarity and duality. You cannot know joy if you do not know sorrow. Failure is only temporary. It is a stepping stone to success. And one cannot know true success without knowing failure. You must know that you have chosen to go through this training, this test, this problem, and this path before you took your birth. You have chosen this. You chose to go through it from your own learning and training. Suicide is not only death for the physical body, it is also a retardation for the soul. There are certain points which will help people to control their minds when negative thoughts enter. When a negative thought comes to you, you must have the desire to change the thought. It's never too late to make a change. Never. Read, learn, and gain spiritual knowledge. Use your subconscious mind and develop it. Never worry about what people have to say. Never let people put you down. If you are doing what is good and what is right, sometimes parents and friends may influence you negatively. But if you believe that you are doing is good, what you're doing is good, and that you are on the godly good path, you must continue to do what is right. Use your common sense, wisdom, and in your intelligence. If you have a problem, talk to someone whom you can trust and get it out of your system. I know on earth, sometimes you can't even find that one person to talk to. Well, in that case, the best person you can talk to is yourself. Inside you, there is a higher self, and that higher self is linked to God. So you can talk to God through your higher self, and you will see miracles manifest because He hears you. Remember always that your problem will pass, your pain is temporary. When negative thoughts enter into your mind, distract your mind immediately. Keep yourself completely occupied. Physical exercise is very important. Be active. Do some kind of exercise to keep your body fit, even if it is simple walks or breathing exercises. Don't be lazy. Exercise. So, yes, friends, this is what is about suicide by Khorshed Bhavnagri. And it is indeed, it helps each one of us because at one point or the other, we had gone through this very tough times. I had gone through that tough time when I had this miscarriage. I was, like, I cannot explain what I was going through at that time, and I was having the similar thoughts. So, yes, for me, this meditation pulled me back to life, and it gave me a new life, and it gave me a new understanding. It made me know about myself. And yes, and it is also very true that many a times uh, we don't we don't know whom to share our feelings to. Like, everybody is occupied in their own worlds. So, as mentioned here, we are our own best friends. We have a higher self in us. So it's just that you have to trust that there is so much help that you have inside you. You have to just tell it, what you're feeling, and then leave it, and then everything will be taken care. So this is my understanding, friends. And if you have anything to share, and please go ahead and share your experiences.
Good morning, Madhuram. It was
Hi,
a
ma'am.
wonderful, wonderful meditation, really, and the subject also what you have just now read is absolutely true. Absolutely true. When we don't experience this, we really don't understand the statements what you were reading. Also, it's really so soothing the soul. Actually, I give my own experiences of suiciding. Like I once tried or I once attempted because it was just 11 years old, and I happened to talk to a boy, but it's not like, kind of a thing. But my uncle, like my own uncle, like it's Babai,
Mm-hmm.
my father's brother,
Brother.
we
Mm-hmm.
all were living together. Actually, my aunt and brother, it's like a
Mm-hmm.
combined family, I would say, like my grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, my dad was ill, so I have to write an exam of from 7th to 10th. I have actually jumped it, so I never studied 8th and 9th in my life. So they changed my date of birth, that's for sure, and they did a lot of many things. So just to get that government job from my dad,
Mm-hmm.
so that they thought that I'm intelligent, but not. But but that time, my brother a friend who helped me, like getting the papers, like, Madhvi, you're right, like, baby, you're writing a 10th class. Could you follow these or just write? And everybody knows about in the society that what's going on with my family and why dad is really going so. It was very, very engaged.
Mm-hmm.
But after writing the exam, my uncle, he made all the society saying that she was eloping with that guy, and she's not even cared, and she's not even like. I was literally, I could not bear it. So I just left the house. I just left the house and I was about to go to the Tangband, which is in
Mm-hmm.
Secunderabad, and I just sat there where I used to actually run actually for 1 hour. And I just sat there. I did not do anything. And I remembered my mom and dad saying that they love me so much.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked me to come back. Like they said that, see, whoever believes in the world or not, but we both believe you a lot. And no matter what, even if you do or something wrong, you're always our child. So that was the love actually
Mm-hmm.
made me come back.
Yeah.
That was a real experience. And now I understand why. And I can tell people like to overcome the situation and I left my family,
Mm-hmm.
saying that my baba and all, and my father especially, he came back, like he came back from the hospital, and he said that it's not it's like heights. She's just 11 years, she's not even matured enough to do something, and she's physically not even matured, so how can you do that? So he made a transfer,
Mm-hmm.
and we went to some other place, like taking the whole family, like, and that was really brilliant. Like without the knowledge and without the love, somebody cannot pull inside or to pull. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I always keep saying that overcome your fears, overcome everything, and don't let anyone to be down. that only love which pulled me. If not, then I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have been here. That
Mm.
my pa and ma, I think
Yeah.
they're the great people, really. And thank you so much for me letting me this experience to share with you. And this is
Yeah.
a real one. And you can see me like today. I'm very successful, and everybody asks me,
Very
"What made you Madhvi?" So really,
wonderful.
and
Wonderful.
wonderful say, wonderful lecture also today. It's really soothing, and each and every word what is written, it's just
Mm.
not written, it's real.
Yeah.
I don't know if the author has experienced or not, but it's kind of real, really. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Madhvi. Thank you for sharing your experience. Wow. Wow. I'm so happy for what you are now, and that's so beautiful. You have helped yourself that time at that age, 11 years age. You had this thought. You have shifted your thought. Wow, wonderful. And I'm very, very happy. Thank you so much. And you are really an inspiration to the young people, to everybody indeed. It's just that we have to shift our thoughts. We have to, at that time, we have to see the goods in our life, and it's all in the thoughts. So thank you so much, Madhvi, for sharing.
Thank you for the platform, I should say. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Sharu.
Good morning,
Good morning,
and
Sharu.
thank you so much, Madhviji, for opening up uh, and telling and sharing your experience. And thank you, Madhu ma'am, for sharing your experience too. So there are few things that I would like to add on to what Madhu ma'am or Madhviji said. Number one, that we usually feel, because this question keeps coming to me, and people ask me this question, that you talk about pre-birth planning. So is suicide also a part of a pre-birth planning? Do we plan a pre-birth? So to answer this question, we never actually plan a suicide or taking our lives in our pre-birth planning. There might be a possibility or a probability that the soul knows, the angels know, with whom we discuss everything. They know this possibility or high probabilities might be there, but again, it depends upon our choices. It depends upon free will, whether we are going to be on that path or not. So I'll share my experience in that. So I have made two fatal attempts on myself as far as ending my life is concerned, because I was going through a lot and I was not a meditator at that time. And there were loads and loads of challenges that I'm talking about 10 years back,
Mm.
before 2011. So I used to feel that I am nothing, I am worthless, I am not of any good use to anybody. So these kind of thoughts were so much inside of me that I wanted to end my life. And then I did try also, that okay, there is nothing left in me. So in the act of desperation, in the act of hope that probably this hope is going to bring a change within the people for me, I committed this step, or I made this mistake. But then what happened was, then I came back, from the hospital, and everything happened, came back, and then meditation happened. So at that time, it was again my choice whether I wanted to walk on that path and wanted to see that positivity and the light, because this was again on the soul, in the soul plan. It was written, it was one of the plans that I have made, that okay, this possibility is going to be there. Now it is up to you whether you will choose that. And I chose that. So I chose to meditate. I chose to come out of this life. I chose to change my life on my own, through my own efforts. So that was one very profound experience that I had, and which absolutely changed my life, and which made me today who I am. I could actually understand what my worth is, as far as my family is concerned, or this society is concerned, or the universe is concerned, or what is the worth for myself. Then there was an incident when I had started talking to the angels, and I was connected after the death of my dad, and I was connected to him, and that was 2019. So last year, when there were COVID times, and people were really ending their lives. So way too much. And there were so many news that were coming through that, people are ending their lives and they're committing this suicide and all that. So I asked my dad, I was asking my dad and the angels that what exactly happened. Do they feel, do they have this kind of a feeling or a regret or something, So what my dad told me was that there are two kind of people who arrive over there, the souls, not the people, but souls arrive over there. So there are few souls who actually accept this. They accept it with open heart and they try to work on it. They see the light and they accept it. They try to heal themselves, because what he told me was that healing is nothing but healing is, it's like accepting the change within you. That's how you heal. How do we heal? We heal because we are accepting the change within us, and then we heal, we move forward. Then there are also certain souls who are into their, the feeling of self blame is there. There's a feeling of regret is there, and they don't want to see that light at that time. So what happens is, my dad told me that they are just left alone for some time so that they could heal. So they take their own time to, come to terms with whatever has happened, because they are still confused souls. They don't even know why they did. Just like, I shared the example of my brother's friend's daughter. She was confused. She didn't know what she had done. She was she wanted to desperately change her life because of certain reasons. And when she went there, she was grieving and she was confused. There was a regret in her that why she did what she did. So when we talk about souls who try to end their lives or who end their lives, I don't think so. Whatever books I have read, and whatever guidance I'm getting from the angels or my dad, it is not something considered to be as wrongdoing. But I don't, because what they said that it is not wrong, but provided you are seeing the light and the positivity or the growth in that also, because this also will take you to light. For example, me, if I did that, later on I also saw that light, and then I accepted that light in me, what I was, what I am. So yes, so that was something that I wanted to share as far as this topic is concerned. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sharu. Thank you for clearing this. Yes, what you have shared is very true, and yeah, it have answered many questions. So thank you so much, Sharu. Yes, friends. Anybody else?
Yes, Madhu.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thanks again for the wonderful topic. Very sensitive to many people. And thanks to Madhaviji, Sharuchi for sharing their personal experiences and adding such a valuable information and wisdom into it. And coming back to this topic, our life is something that is happening out of great plan. And when we, or let's say when someone decides to end their life, that's something against their own soul plan. So we all here together today do all understand how the life is happening out of our own greater plan, right? And what can we do? It is that we know now that there are certain things that we should be doing or we should be sharing so that people outside understand these things. Now that we know, we need to share these things. What is it that sometimes unconsciously we see people around us doing these things? For example, comparison. So they keep comparing things with something else, and that is not right, because the moment we compare the real beauty, or the realness of that particular thing is lost. It could be one's own life or one's own aspect in some life of their life, for example. Comparison, for example, we see very frequently people compare themselves to others, or people compare their kids to other kids. Yeah, no comparison whatsoever. This is the most important thing. We should not even compare ourselves to others. There is no comparison at all. Every life is just as beautiful as it is. As a whole package, when we look at things, it is so true. And to have that, we need to go beyond mind, like the mind is what is comparing, or right versus wrong, living in all this duality. So we know now that thanks to meditation, we are able to see things different. And this is what is the need of the hour, that we need to share this to everyone. It is not enough knowing. It is important to share that knowing. So that even if one single thought had been changed because of our sharing, we have done a great change in this universe. One single thought in a person that we know, if we had helped them to change that thought, we did a great change. It's like moving a star. Such a great work we have done. So we need to bring this awareness into people that life is beautiful with all the greatest challenges that we have planned for ourselves. And we need to go beyond mind. So we need to share meditation, or we need to share what we know, if it is not meditation, to give that mental strength to everyone. Go beyond mind, stop comparison. There are many other things that we should not be doing and we are doing. So once we help ourselves, it's like in the flight. Once you put a seat belt for yourself, you have to help others. And now we all here have put our own seat belts. Now it's time to help others. And we all need to do in our own capacities as we know now. And that capacity is only increasing as we keep on doing. So thanks a lot, Madhu. And thanks to everyone who had added into my life this knowing, this understanding. It took time, but then I realized that thanks to my parents who had taught me meditation. So through that thread of meditation, I started to realize all this beauty in life altogether. So thank you, Madhu. Thank you for bringing this wisdom through this sensitive topic that came through. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Ram. Wonderfully said. Wonderfully said. Thank you so much. Yes, friends. Anybody else? Hi, Santosh.
I have a doubt. Yeah, hi. Sorry. Uh, Many, I am a reporter. I usually report so many mistakes every year. So what if a person or if an individual does not know about all this wisdom, does not know how to talk to self, or does not know how to share with others? In that situation, how do you?
Like Santosh, this is very good question. And being a reporter, you have to write all these things. It
Yeah,
has to reach out to people.
yeah,
Like if there are 100 people who have these thoughts of giving up their life, in those 100 people, if one person sees and if they get transformed, they change their thoughts, that's a huge thing. So in that way, we help.
mm,
So I think, like we can't go to each and every person to share this, but however we can, as a reporter, as like, see, we are doing YouTube videos like this sharing. If people listen to all these things, it has to be shared. We are not just doing it only for ourselves. We are all opening up so that everybody could understand this. Everybody, because now we are in a in a me- in a in a in a in a In a world where media is very popular, the technology is very popular. Everybody is using technology. Everybody is using YouTube. Everybody is reading digital news. So it has to go out, and everybody has to listen to these things. Then they feel light. Then they think, oh, there are so many people like me. Okay, so if they can come out of their depressions, or if they can come out of their problems, then why should I, give up my life? I'll start thinking differently from today. So yes, this is what I wanted to say, Santosh.
Yes, Madhuram, this is absolutely. And I would like to add here for the reporter.
Mm,
See, if you can change, like just now said by Ram, it was absolutely true. If we can change one person, one person to not to think about the suiciding, and that I could able to do it because I overcame my situation. I could able to do it, my mom, because she had this leg rest leg syndrome. You know about this?
mm,
She
mm,
had a very severe pains in the legs. After 60, she said that, it's enough, Ray. నాకు ఏదో ఒక ఇంజెక్షన్ ఇచ్చేయండి, ఐ విల్ గో అవే.
mm,
So like she had so bad pains, really. And I always said that, Mom, the God has given you the beauty. I'll show you everything. She was always on the wheelchair. I'll share a photograph of last year's actually. She was able to live the last breath. And yes, I mean, last November also, she was constructing the house and she was so busy in herself, gardening and doing all the things. And she saw so many places. And last year she was saying, why don't you take me to the Paris, like to the top of the Paris? Mama, you are a heart patient. I can't take it. But she was so ready. So she explored herself saying that, okay, I should not die. I should deviate myself because she had a very, very bad leg syndrome actually. And we showed everyone, none of the doctors could able to help her, none of the Ayurvedic medicine. But finally, one Ayurvedic medicine really helped her. She could able to walk on her own before she died, actually. And I really appreciate that Rangacharulu in Hyderabad, who made her to think over like she can stand by her own because she was so scared and she was always thinking that if I fall down, everybody should take care about me. But as Ram said just now, if we can change one person, as a reporter, it's not like that you have to give so many people. If you can just change a little loop, and that just little loop can really change the whole world. Like my mom, looking at my mom, everybody, oh, she's 70 plus and she's so young and she's so beautiful and she's still doing everything with actively. Everybody used to learn from her, like the families and my neighborhood and everything. Really, I absolutely, Ram, I appreciate that. uh, this is a wonderful experience if you can really give the knowledge uh, n- to know about the life, how beautiful it is. Really, thank you so much. And I hope even the reporter got the answer.
yes,
Actually,
yes,
yeah.
Santosh.
Yeah,
Santosh had got it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I
But
think
I was
Santosh.
actually,
Yes,
yes,
mm,
just
please
let
go ahead.
me add. Uh, it's about, see, poor people, financially poor and illiterate, because they cannot access to the technology. They don't know, they don't read books, they don't know all this, watch this channels. And what about them? I'm like,
Mm,
if,
that is.
if they don't know anything, if it's
Mm,
like completely zero about
mm,
soul, everything.
mm,
For example, recently we have come across tribals because they are isolated, they live in remote areas.
mm.
So in the recent trend, they are also completely. I thought, how should we can stop this?
Yes.
We are empowered. We are, comparatively, we are privileged. But what
Mm.
about underprivileged? What about who do not know anything, illiterate, cannot. So this is my area of concern.
Okay.
You have
Super. Yeah.
clarified most of my doubts,
Yes.
but
Yes,
some,
Santosh. This is again a very good question because I have seen from many years. I see my father-in-law and I see Patriji going to each and every village where there is no education. They go there and they spread the word of meditation. They make them sit and meditate. For that, you don't need to know any knowledge. You don't have to read books or something like that. You have to just stay with yourself for some time. And that anybody can do. Any illiterate or literate can do that. So in that way, when they keep on practicing meditation by themselves, within time, whatever they have, they can change their thoughts. That's what meditation helps. It can clean all these unwanted thoughts from the mind, and it pours a new information, new energy into our system. So that's why we have to go to those places, and we have to access to those people, and we have to share, if not about all these subject, we don't have to tell them all these subject. No, not required at all. Just speak about your breath. Just sit with yourself and meditate. You have to go to them, and you have to make them sit with you, and you have to make them meditate. And if we are really concerned, Santosh, this is what I understand. This is what I do. If I'm very concerned, I did the same in Egypt. I take my pains, I take much effort in reaching out to those places. I sit with them and I make them meditate. Though I go every day, and every day it is little tiresome for my body, but still I make sure that I go. And in that way, they don't have to know any subject, but with practice of meditation, they understand everything. This is my knowledge. So I was not knowing anything about, like I was not reading any books by then in 2009. I don't know anything about it, but just practicing meditation helped me to come out of these, these situations. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Santosh. Yes, Sharu.
Okay, one more point in this. So, Santoshji, people who are, in the act of desperation, who want to commit suicide, who want to end their lives, at that time, their mental faculty is not working. I'm telling you through my experience, because at that time, I was not into meditation. The mental faculty was not working because I was completely engrossed in my mental constructs that this is right, this is wrong, this is bad, this is something that you need to end your life because you're not worthy. But what happens is that when we make our pre-birth plan, at that time, each and every one of us, whosoever has a high probability of ending their lives, whosoever has a low probability of ending their lives, they always have a help which is already there in the plan. For example, if I was about to end my life, or I tried to do that twice in my life, so then there was a person who was standing there, with this understanding of meditation. Now it was my choice whether to take up that chance or not. So, for example, like Madhu ma'am, she said that she used to go and she used to teach people. She hadn't read any of the books, but she was going and helping them out. She didn't know that how many people were there in that group also who were having the same kind of a feeling. But she was just going there voluntarily and she was just giving the help. Now it was the actual, the responsibility of that person, that soul, to take that help. So this is what I wanted to add. So even if they're underprivileged, even there are people who are not technologically very advanced, but still the help is going to be there always.
Yeah.
So that is up to them whether they need to take that help or not.
Yes.
So
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharu. Wonderful. Yes, Swaroop, you want to say something?
Yeah. Hi everyone. Hi Raka, good morning.
Hi, Ma. Good morning.
Yeah. So while you're sharing your experiences, I could really relate to the topic, but I was not to that critical extent. But I could relate this topic to this thing that while like these experiences that I get in meditation. For example, in meditation, I realize that. I myself I'm I myself don't have any control on my life, which which means that I'm not choosing I'm not choosing to breathe, so I'm not controlling my breath. It is just happening. So on those things which you don't have control over, you don't have control over them to take your decisions on it. I mean, you know, When you commit a suicide, you take away that power that breath has it over you. So which is not good. So this is we have to understand that what is within our control and what is without what is not in our control, and we should realize that this is very a special gift or possibility that we have, and we should live to our fullest potential, physically, mentally, and as you mentioned, our body is a temple, so we should have this working in our fullest potentials. It's our responsibility to do so. And one more thing, when you shared your experience, that how difficult or not difficult, how challenging it is, and how you overcome this, even though uh, you have to go to a place where you have to start taking meditation sessions, but you still have your things or problems that you're facing with your life as well. So for this, I also relate to other thing, that suicide need not be physical suicide every time, and it can also be a suicide regarding your passion. It can be suicide regarding your habit that you want to create. It can be suicide regarding to the relationship that you want to stand for. So the same concept of suicide of the physical body can be applied on these platforms as well, and I think that is also very good thought of wherein we can invest our these same concepts and get very good lessons actually. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Swaroop.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming up and
Yeah.
sharing.
Yeah.
Beautiful connection.
Yeah. Thank you.
Ramses. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much, ma.
Yeah.
Yes, friends. Anybody else? So tomorrow's morning session will be on death by Ramana Maharshi, one of my favorite masters. And friends, today evening we will be having Ram, who will be leading a meditation, and this meditation is going to be really special, not like the other times. This is, yes, Ram, I want you to share about it. Please go ahead, Ram.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Madhu. So the other day we were thinking with Madhu, what meditation shall we have this Wednesday? I was sitting under the pyramid just above Madhu, and
That's the one.
and then suddenly I looked at it and I said, yeah, well, we have to sit all under the pyramid and meditate, but how can we do that? So the immediate reflection I got was to the Giza pyramids, and I felt, yes, we all need to go to Giza pyramid in these times where travel restrictions are there, but we will be there mentally and with our energies there. So because we were there in Egypt for 8 years. Yeah, somebody.
Yeah.
Yes, Santosh ji.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So we were there for 8 years in Egypt, and every time I just think about Giza pyramids, I'm there physically. I'm there connected to those energies. So such a nice temple it is for anyone who just thinks about it. We are there physically. Even I can just feel those things. So I thought we all need to experience that. So today, let's say we all will see how it feels like. So we have some photos, videos, so we can have a look at it, and then we all journey together into the Giza pyramid, into the king's chamber. We pass through all those, let's say, passages to reach the king's chamber, and we all sit there and we all meditate together. So, so I welcome you all, and let's journey together into the Giza pyramids and enjoy the pyramid energies. Thank you, Mother.
Wonderful, Ram. Very much exciting. Can't wait to to have that experience energetically. So thank you so much. So yes, friends, do join us and share it with your friends, and let us all experience this magnificent energies in the Giza pyramids. It may we may not be going there physically, but the moment we think energetically, we are there. So we have that experience. So please do join us, and I'm sure you will all enjoy. So till we see each other in the evening, friends, have a lovely day, a lovely night, and namaste to all. Bye bye. And thanks for the friends who have written wonderful comments in the YouTube. Yes, Adam, wherever your friend is, she's in a happy place. And thanks, Meena and Kavita ji. Thank you so much. Yes, I have shared the link over there. You can join through. You can join us from tomorrow, and see you, and namaste. Yes, friends. Bye bye all. Bye bye Arputa. Bye bye Sharu.
Bye. Thank
Bye
you
bye
so much for
Sanjeet.
a lovely session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you all. Bye bye Madhvi. Bye bye
Bye bye.
Santosh.
So bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye Tapasmita.
Bye, Madhu. Thank you.
Bye bye Punita.
Bye,
Bye, bye Ma. Bye Swaroop. Bye Malini ji. Bye Kavita. Bye Mom.